rivalry.
For now is onside against Alisson Becker and puts it away.
Manchester United is about to destroy Liverpool once again, and they're ready to do it in style. We've all heard of El Clásico.
This rivalry for the ages, as relevant, as raw, as real as it has ever been.
The Superclásico, the Old Firm, and the Istanbul derby. But there's one massive rivalry that often gets overlooked: the Red Rivalry. This Premier League clash between the Manchester United Red Devils and the Liverpool Reds is one of the fiercest battles in football, and it's coming up this Sunday. The world will be watching to see which former Eredivisie coach comes out on top. But before we talk about that, did you know that Arne Slot and Erik Ten Hag have a history together? They grew up in football side by side, with Slot always in Ten Hag's shadow, even in the Eredivisie. The question is, can Slot finally step out of the shadows and shine in this Red Rivalry? Sunday, we will find out. Now let's understand how the Red Rivalry came to be. The rivalry between Manchester United and Liverpool is more than just a football match. It's a clash rooted in the very history of the two cities. It started in the 19th century, when Manchester and Liverpool were industrial powerhouses. Manchester was booming thanks to its cotton industry, while Liverpool thrived as a major port city. However, when Manchester built the Manchester Ship Canal in 1894, allowing ships to bypass Liverpool's docks, tensions between the cities started to simmer. That off-pitch rivalry naturally found its way onto the football field when the teams first met in 1894. Back then, Manchester United was still known as Newton Heath, and Liverpool came out on top with a 2-0 win. It wasn't just a loss, it was a sign of things to come. As both clubs grew in stature, their meetings became more than just games, and most games turned to battles for supremacy. Then in the mid-20th century, the rivalry took on a whole new level of intensity. Liverpool dominated the 1970s and 80s, winning league titles and European Cups, while Manchester United struggled to keep up. During this era, Liverpool fans used to chant, "Come back when you've won 18, referring to their league title count. Little did they know that Sir Alex Ferguson was plotting a comeback for the ages. And come back they did. From the 1990s onward, Manchester United turned the tables, winning title after title under Ferguson's leadership and eventually surpassing Liverpool's record. This era cemented the rivalry as one of the fiercest in world football, with every encounter between the two teams carrying extra weight, bragging rights, history, and sometimes even titles on the line. Over the years, this rivalry has produced countless unforgettable moments. From the iconic 7-goal thriller to controversial decisions and the Steven Gerrard red card, every match felt like a cup final. It was not just the fans who felt the heat. The players and managers are fully aware of what's at stake whenever these two giants clash. Today, Manchester United versus Liverpool is more than just a Premier League fixture. It's a clash of the Reds. With both clubs boasting massive fan bases around the world, their matches draw attention from every corner of the globe. Whether it's a title decider or a mid-season clash, when these two meet, it's always a spectacle. So, from the industrial roots of the rivalry to the modern day battles on the pitch, Manchester United versus Liverpool has become a fixture steeped in history, drama, and an unrelenting desire to be the best. And that's why every time they face off, you know something special is about to happen. But what has happened in recent years? In the 2022-23 season, Liverpool delivered one of the most humiliating defeats in Manchester United's history.
Klopp's team hits 7.
Thrashing them 7-0 with Gakpo and Darwin Núñez netting braces, leaving United's defence utterly shell-shocked. This wasn't just a win, it was revenge, especially considering United had beaten Liverpool 2-1 earlier in the season. Liverpool made sure their statement was loud and clear. Then in the 2023-24 season, these two rivals locked horns 3 times. The first encounter was at Anfield, which ended in a tense 0-0 draw, with United focused on avoiding another humiliation. Then came the FA Cup quarter-final, where United edged out a thrilling 4-3 victory after extra time, with Amad Diallo scoring the decisive goal. The match had everything. Goals from Amad, Rashford and Elliott, which had fans on the edge of their seats. The final meeting of the season was crucial for Liverpool, as they were inches away from securing the Premier League title. But United had other plans, holding Liverpool to a draw with goals from Bruno Fernandes and Kobbie Mainoo, and putting a dent in their title hopes. Classic rivalry stuff, right? Both teams have had their moments, and while Liverpool may have dominated in the early stages, United's resurgence under Ten Hag suggests that this rivalry is far from one-sided. Every match feels like it could swing either way, and the unpredictability is exactly what makes this fixture so captivating. But before we do talk about that, can you please take a moment to subscribe to the channel? We would really appreciate it if you could do that. It takes a lot of time and effort to create these videos, and your subscription would mean a lot to us. Thank you. Now back to the video. Manchester versus Liverpool. The match, which will be played at Old Trafford, seems to be a refight between two former Eredivisie coaches, Arne Slot and Ten Hag, and it promises to be a total showdown. Arne Slot and Ten Hag grew close to each other, within 40 miles of each other, but Arne Slot has always been in the shadows, both as a player and coach. Ten Hag dominated Eredivisie in his last 2 years, even when Arne Slot was at Feyenoord, but Sunday's battle should be different. First, we expect some tactical battles between both sides, and Ten Hag now having a lot of players to choose from, and Arne Slot implementing his new tactics into his players, who are known for his high-octane, possession-based football. With his tactics, we could see more of Liverpool retaining possession more than usual, which is not something we got to see under Klopp. This change in management could be a game changer for Liverpool, but it also comes with uncertainties. Slot's philosophy might take time to implement fully, and Manchester United will be keen to exploit any teething problems as Liverpool adapts to life under a new manager. On the other side, Manchester United has made some big moves in the transfer market, adding real quality to their squad. First up, Matthijs de Ligt. United's backline has long been a source of concern, but with de Ligt anchoring the defence, they now have a leader who can bring composure and strength to the heart of the defence. His ability to read the game and organise the defence will be crucial in shutting down Liverpool's attack. Then there's Manuel Ugarte, the Uruguayan midfielder who is quickly gaining a reputation as one of the best ball winners in Europe. His tenacity and ability to break up play make United far more difficult to break down. Ugarte's presence in midfield could be the key to stopping Liverpool's fluid attacking moves, cutting off their supply lines before they even reach the final third. And let's not forget Joshua Zirkzee. The young striker may not be a household name just yet, but his versatility and finishing ability offer United a different dimension to attack. Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Zirkzee's eye for goal could prove vital in a game where chances might be at a premium. Interestingly, Liverpool hasn't been as active in the transfer market. With no major signings to bolster their squad, they'll be relying on their familiar faces to get the job done. While continuity can be a strength, it also means that Manchester United will know exactly what to expect. Familiarity breeds contempt, as they say, and United might feel they have the upper hand by knowing Liverpool's key players inside out. Without fresh blood, Liverpool's potential weaknesses could be easier to exploit. Manchester United's new signings bring an element of unpredictability that could catch Liverpool off guard, especially if Arne Slot's tactical tweaks haven't fully settled in yet. However, it's not all smooth sailing for Manchester United. In their recent match against Brighton, United's backline was exposed by a costly mistake, leading to a frustrating defeat. Brighton capitalised on a lapse in concentration, and Liverpool will certainly be looking to do the same. With Salah and Jota ready to pounce on any defensive errors, United's newfound solidity with de Ligt will be put to the test. So, with Arne Slot's tactical overhaul at Liverpool and Manchester United's fresh firepower, this showdown promises to be anything but predictable. United will be eager to capitalise on Liverpool's lack of new signings and exploit any defensive vulnerabilities, while Liverpool will look to press United into mistakes and pounce on any lapses, just as Brighton did. In a game that could hinge on the smallest details, the new faces in United's squad might just be the difference. Or will Liverpool's old guard prove that experience still trumps all? One thing's for sure, this match is going to be one for the ages. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to watch our previous video on why the England Golden Generations failed.